Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Katusa Sergeant Minkyu Bay. Most service members visit the passenger terminal only a few times a year, but one airman's total exceeds 200. Specialist Aaron Loy explains.
Passengers of Space Available, or Space A, experience a mix of emotions while waiting at the Osan passenger terminal.
Confused.
Nervous.
Anxiety.
It's monotonous.
Anxious because I'm ready to get home.
Just anxious just to make sure she makes the flight to get back home to the kids.
But what about the person that deals with these people and their emotions on a daily basis?
How you doing?
The person behind the counter.
Name is Richard Odame, A1C, and I'm a passenger service agent. What I do is a rapid movement of personnel and cargo globally in a safe and timely manner.
Airman Odame's career path has been simple.
I joined the Air Force because it was a dream of mine as a kid. I remember the day, sitting on maps and being given a list of job selections, and I asked the rep at the time, what's air trans? And she's like, oh, I think you move people around. It's like, let's do that.
The environment feels like a lottery, while passengers wait to hear their names called out on the coveted present list.
I will now begin the call.
In addition to the posting the list, we announce how many seats are available. When you look on the list and you're number 6, and we say we have 7 seats available, woohoo! You get that, I'm gonna make it, and it's literally, it's like winning the lottery.
Airman Odame believes the final puzzle piece to a pleasant experience is relating to his customer.
Most people hate traveling. I personally, when I travel, I have a backpack and that's it. I hate the hassle of it. It's not a pleasant thing people do, but you have to do it. So when I can make the experience as enjoyable for you as possible, it makes me happy.
And that's one emotion we can all appreciate. Specialist Aaron Loy, Osan Air Base, Korea.
For more information about Space A travel, contact the Osan passenger terminal. Dancing and singing may look fun and easy, but there is a lot more under the surface. Specialist Derek Ramey tells us why it's important to start early.
And put the sticker over your heart.
Director and teacher Sherry Henderson is putting together the cast of her upcoming musical, Seussical Jr. The first auditions of the day have drawn in the younger variety of actor.
I am always excited to do auditions because I get to see a wide variety of kids, and they're not just from the Seoul School District. Anyone whose parents have an ID card can audition for the play.
While some of the kids claim to have their stage fright in check,
I'm not that nervous.
Others were a little more
nervous.
Always the teacher, Sherry focuses on how performance in the theater helps develop the kids in other aspects of their life.
Well, for a lot of kids, it builds their self-confidence. They might come in thinking that they can't sing or that they can't do this or that. And as they learn more and are given more opportunities, they build those skills and their self-confidence.
Sherry's daughter inherited the same love for theater and continues to help her mother with productions.
My mom decided to take up theater production herself. She is superb. She's a 3rd grade teacher, so she knows lots of different tricks on how to get interest and how to deal with those different age groups.
For Sherry, the auditions are only the beginning. She is looking forward to the transformation in her actors over the coming weeks.
And as a teacher, I often see kids on stage who are quiet in the classroom, and then you put them on stage in a costume and a little bit of makeup, and you've got a totally different kid.
Sherry said that everyone who auditioned now has some on-the-job training to take with them, which is different from the usual reading, writing, and arithmetic. Specialist Derek Ramey, Yongsan, Korea.
The auditions were the first step in casting, with a portion of the children being called back to participate in a more difficult second audition. There's a shop owner on Camp Casey that introduces soldiers to a sport that might sting a bit. Army Sergeant Tom Pham tells us why the nicks and bruises are no big deal.
You come in such a close contact with a person, and a year later, maybe several months later, they have to depart, and you have to depart with them. And that's something that I still can't adjust my emotion to.
After close to a decade of business, he still gets the same job satisfaction.
People go out and shoot at each other and come out and still smile and talk about, stories that went on, or, talk about the things that happen on the field. And that's one common denominator in the paintball field. People have fun at the end of the day.
Army Sergeant Tan Pham, Camp Casey, Korea.
In the houses and defend, basically. Okay. Yeah.
Not all of Sam Kim's years have been devoted to paintball. He spent a portion of his life as a financial advisor. Volunteering to serve your country is a time-honored tradition, but volunteering with those who may one day run our country is a continued investment in our future. Army Sergeant Tamara Thompson discovers why soldiers who give so much of themselves continue to give more.
The Army instills a sense of family and brotherhood in its soldiers, and they demonstrate these values to their communities. Soldiers from Camp Henry get together with students from Daegu American School to participate in academic assistance and after-school mentoring program to give extra help to some kids.
It's important for me to get involved in this because I have children of my own, and I want to be able to have the experience to help them learn what skills they're going to need for school as well.
Academic Assistance, or the Homework Club as the students like to call it, is a young program about a month old and is expanding so other soldiers will be able to take part.
I feel like it's important for me to be involved in this program because I care about the kids, and it just reminds me of being home and teaching my brother, work, helping him with his schoolwork.
The children look forward to having the soldiers mentor them.
It's important to be involved in programs like this, just volunteering in general, because there are a lot of opportunities that have been made available to me as a soldier that I would never have been able to do if it wasn't for certain volunteer programs.
Army Sergeant Tamara Thompson, Camp George, Korea.
Academic assistance is offered every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday afternoon at Daegu American School. Managing an airfield isn't all fun and games. It's a lot of hard work. Specialist James Muir found an airman at Kunsan Air Base that spends 12 hours a day keeping aircraft safe.
Senior Airman Austin of Airfield Management spends his days making sure aircraft get into the air and back on the ground safely.
Basically, we're inspecting the pavements of the airfield, making sure that everything is safe so that planes can taxi, take off, and land safely, because taxiing and landing is the most dangerous part of the flight.
There are a lot of things to be on the lookout for when preparing the airfield for takeoff and landing.
Cracks and spalls, any equipment that could be in the way of a taxiing aircraft, any procedures that people are doing that don't necessarily look right.
With Exercise Max Thunder, which is designed to accept follow-on forces in times of need, the important role Austin plays is even more crucial because the number of planes on the airfield at least doubles.
It's more on just along the times that aircraft are landing and trying to get out and make sure that you're doing all the checks, make sure that there isn't anything going on with the pavement as the runway is being so used so much, as well as all the taxiways and everything. And then I guess working with all the pilots with their flight plans and what they need.
Even with the extra aircraft, Austin remains vigilant for anything that could threaten the safety of aircraft on the airfield. Specialist James Muir, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
If you see something out of place on an airfield, make sure you get in contact with your airfield management office. It is important from time to time to appreciate the artistic side of life. Katusa Private Wonho Chung shows us a place dedicated to showing art.
The Seoul Art Center is a large cultural complex in Seoul that hosts over 100 art exhibitions and over 1,000 music, opera, and dance performances annually. The exhibitions change periodically. This one mixes modern photography and artwork done by Picasso. The Seoul Arts Center is a great place to spend some time exploring, especially for those interested in fascinating and famous artwork. Come out and appreciate the artistic side of Korea.
The Seoul Arts Center attracted approximately 2.5 million visitors last year. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, November 21st. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.